Good morning, students. So here is another poem from your book Beehive, and the name of the poem is On Killing a Tree, written by the poet Giv Patel. So children, On Killing a Tree is a poem by Giv Patel. The poem presents a beautiful ironic statement about the killing of a tree. And Giv Patel is an Indian Parsi poet, playwright, and painter. He belongs to a group of writers who supports a movement called Green Movement to protect our environment. The poet sensitizes the reader and highlights the fact that trees are living things. He equates trees with humans to convey that trees should not be cut because destroying trees is just like killing a human being. A tree does not die by merely cutting because it grows from where it is cut. If it has to be destroyed, then it has to be uprooted. So children, this was the introduction of the poem. Now we will see explanation part. Okay, so the poet says here in this first stanza, I will read it first for you, then I will explain. It takes much time to kill a tree. A tree, not a simple jab of knife will do it. It has grown slowly, consuming the earth, rising out of it, feeding upon its crust, absorbing years of sunlight, air, water, and out if its leprous hide, sprouting leaves. So first we will see few words, children. So here the word jab. Jab means sudden rough blow. Okay. Next is leprous hide. Leprous hide means discolored bark. Another word is crust. That is top layer of soil. That is crust. So, as the poem begins, the poet states how a person cuts a tree for his own selfish reasons. The poet says that it is not easy to kill a tree with a simple jab of knife. It is not enough to end a tree's existence. It has established itself into the earth over the year by consuming resources from the earth's crust. Years of absorption of sunlight, air and water from which has made the tree's growth so perfect. A jab of knife can't kill it. The leaves will come out of it again and it will grow again. So the poets wants to tell us that a simple cut does not destroy a tree. एक simple कट से हम ट्री को पूरी तरह से खत्म नहीं कर सकते, नष्ट नहीं कर सकते. और कोई सा भी ट्री धीरे धीरे ग्रोज होता है और उसकी जो रूट्स होती हैं वो रूटेड होती हैं सॉइल्स में. एंड एक जो पौधा होता है इट टेक्स न्यूट्रिशंस फ्रॉम द सॉइल टू ग्रो इनटू अ बिग ट्री. Okay, and the tree is firmly bound with the soil. It takes in sunlight, water and air to grow into a strong trunk and have numerous leaves. Now children, we will see this second stanza of the poem. So, hack and chop. But this alone won't do it. Not so much pain will do it. The bleeding bark will heal and from close to the ground will rise curled green twigs, miniature boughs, which if unchecked will expand again to far more size. So next word is hack. Hack means cutting with heavy blow. Another word is heal. You all know it means recover. Twigs, tender new branch of a tree, that is twigs. Okay, and boughs means branches. Boughs means branches. So in this stanza, the poet states the ways of completely killing a tree. And he says that humans cut and chop the bark of trees into many pieces, but that is not sufficient to destroy the tree, as the jab of knife was not enough to cut the tree. So here the poet says that it is not easy task to cut a tree. The poet suggests heavy blows and severe hacking and chopping. But the poet says that even that would not be enough to kill a tree. So for killing a tree, what you need to do, we will see later on. But here the poet says that the bark will ooze out sap like secretion, but it will heal soon, and the fighting spirit of the tree will make it alive soon. It will start a new life from close to the ground. It will grow new leaves and small boughs. So the tree will be full-sized again in its full glory as it was before being cut. So therefore it is not easy to cut or kill a tree. No, the root has to be pulled out of the anchoring earth. It is to be roped tight and pulled out, snapped out, or pulled out entirely out from the earth cave, and the strength of the tree exposed, the source white and wet, the most sensitive hidden 4 years inside the earth. So here the word snapped out. Snapped out means chopped out. That is snapped out. So we have seen in the previous stanza, the poet stated about the various ways of killing a tree and how trees will always manage to survive it all. So the poet now comes up with a new technique to kill a tree. He says that in order to kill a tree, root needs to be pulled out of the earth. For this, one needs to rope and roots and then pull out the whole mass outside. So when the roots are out, then the actual strength of the tree, the roots are exposed to the sun. The source of strength of tree is now out, and it's white and wet with absorption of water. Now it is out, and the actual start of its decay has begun. So children, the poet says that in order to kill the tree, it has not to be uprooted. Okay, and one has to separate the tree from the earth which supports it. The roots of the tree bind the tree with the soil in the pit of the earth. So from there, the most sensitive and hidden part of the tree, the roots have to be डिटैच्ड, रूट्स को निकालना पड़ेगा, अलग करना पड़ेगा अगर आपको ट्री को कंप्लीटली किल करना है. मतलब अगर आप ट्री को काटते हो, उसे हथौड़ी से तोड़ने की कोशिश करते हो, तो वह कहीं ना कहीं से ग्रो कर जाती है. लेकिन अगर आपको उसको कंप्लीटली पूरी तरह एंटायरली खत्म करना है, डैमेज करना है, मारना है, तो you have to uprooted it, detached it from the earth, and the roots are white in color and are damp. So then the matter of scorching and choking in sun and air, browning, hardening, twisting and withering, and then it is done. So here the word scorching means drying up. Okay. So the poet says that once the tree has been uprooted, the poet is describing the final process of killing a tree. When the roots of the tree are out and exposed to the sun starts drying them up with its intense heat. The roots start getting choked and dry. Heat makes it brown and it hardens. It starts to sting from its original shape and gets withered. This brings the actual end of the tree. So the poet says that the trunk will become brown, twist and will harden, and finally the tree will die this way. If we talk about synopsis here in the poem on killing a tree by Giv Patel, the poet wants to tell us difference between the cutting of trees and killing of trees. So according to him, cutting is the type of trimming which is required from time to time for the proper growth of trees. But it will take too much time to kill a tree. It is not just a simple jab, a quick stab or blow to do the job. The tree grows slowly by getting its nourishment from the earth. And finally, the strength of this tree is exposed when its roots are completely pulled out with the help of a rope or they are snapped out cruelly. So after that they are hardened, twisted and withered, and then at last the tree is killed. This is not in your syllabus, but we will see here that if we kill tree, so what impact would be there on atmosphere. So the effect on earth, on atmosphere after killing trees. So it has been noticed that trees are used as fuel or timber while the cleared land is used for settlement. The removal of trees without sufficient reforestation has resulted in damage to habitat and biodiversity loss. It had adverse effect on the atmosphere. It also causes soil erosion and it also affects the water cycle, children. Here we will see that how trees are helpful for we people, for nature, for environment, like trees used as timber. Timber is used as fuel and constructing the buildings. Now, soil erosion, top layer of the earth which is fertile washed away in the absence of the trees. Then biodiversity loss also we will see. If we remove or cut the trees, biodiversity is the degree of variation of life. We will see water cycle is disturbed in the absence of trees. In water cycle there are only a few processes that gives back atmosphere. Then if we see agricultural point of view, as we know that trees bring rain, if we kill the tree there is adverse impact on agriculture and atmospheric change also we will see if we cut the trees. Do you think that killing of trees result in a climate change? Yes, you are correct. everything about our life tied to the climate, such as food, production, water, supplies, health and well-being, etc. Everything is related to the tree. So let us all pledge. Children, here I have written a pledge for you all. Please revise it along with your teacher. The children of the Mother Earth, we will grow trees to increase its worth. Greenery is a precious jewel. Let us carve it to keep all well. So with this, I would like to conclude today's topic. So please revise, please watch it carefully, see each and everything, and keep learning, keep practicing. Thank you very much, children.